Parliament of World Religions is coming to Chicago, Illinois in August 2023, and the Sacred Order of Paladins and Corellian Nativist Church are working towards attending to represent the pagan community, but we need your help. Attending Parliament is paramount for not just the Corellian tradition, but the pagan community as a whole. So in an effort to secure the funds to send as many Corellians to Parliament as possible, we will be holding the Road to Parliament 2022 Corellians Live Telethon. 100 hours of magic and community. The telethon will be from October 6th to the 10th and will be jam-packed with discussion panels, workshops, and performances, as well as booking readings with psychic readers and an online auction. Our goal is to raise $10,000, and with your help, we know we can get there. We need you to get involved. We are looking for readers, presenters, performers, and hosts to take part in this telethon. To inquire about taking part in this monumental event, please email corellianslive@gmail.com. Be it a monetary donation or a donation of your time, we thank you. We'll see you at 8 p.m. on the 6th for the 2022 Corellians Live Telethon. Spread the word, share this video, and let's get the Corellians and Paladins on the road to Parliament. The Road to Parliament 2022 Corellians Live Telethon is sponsored and operated by the Corellian Nativist Church, a 501c3 religious organization. For more information, go to Corellian.com.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this sneak peek exclusive preview this evening of the 2022 Corellians Live Telethon. I am General Elizabeth Hamilton High Corell, and I am so pleased to be here tonight with all of you for this preview. I have 4 guests with me this evening who will all be involved in the telethon in one way or another in just over a week's time. We are fast approaching the 6th of October, 2022 at 8 p.m. And I am sure that Sir Eric, when he comes on, will be happy to give us the official countdown, as is his penchant to do. So what we're doing here tonight is we're doing a stress test. So we're really going to stress out the system. Eventually, we will have all 5 of us here. I'm going to bring on each person one at a time, and they're going to take the big spotlight. And we do have a bunch of different sort of what we call scenes that we're going to flip through and just see how things act while we're all on. And yeah, I hope you really enjoy this. It's going to be a blast. Please join me in welcoming Sir Eric Hebert. Come online, buddy. My good friend, my right-hand man.
There
he is.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh, my God. And yes, as of this taping right now, at this very moment, at 9:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is 9 days, 22 hours, and 18 minutes until we go live with the Road to Parliament 2022 Corellians Live Telethon. Woo!
Yay! And Sir Eric, how have you enjoyed helping me with the telethon so far? You have been one of the instrumental people in making sure that this goes off without a hitch.
Well, thank you so much for that acknowledgement, and I'm having a blast.
Great.
I have a background in television and theater, and I actually worked at a PBS station where I had done some work for pledge breaks, and all these things. So, yeah, I'm in my element right here. And hi to who's ever saying, oh, we got people saying chat.
Oh, do we have, oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, let's,
Hi, Cherry.
Hi, Cherry. Thank you so much. Let's show her comment there. Did we do that? Let's see if I can do that.
We did that in there.
There it is.
Marta,
what's a stress test?
What's a stress test, Marta?
Well, a stress test, thank you for asking, Marta. A stress test is basically where we try to make the system misbehave. We see how many people we can pack in here until the system starts to go sideways. And that gives us a realistic idea of where the boundaries of the Restream software lie. Does that pretty much sum it up, Eric?
Yes.
Any other tidbits? Hi, Kai. We can't wait for you to see us either and to join us too.
So
We have
Liz,
all
we
kinds of people.
should wait till
Yes.
it comes up on the screen before we comment to it.
Okay, fine.
So everybody knows what we're talking about.
Yes, that's true. I did not know that they were appearing as. I thought we had to click on each one essentially.
Yes, we do. So, hey, we're learning too how to do this.
Yeah.
And this is part of the
That's
whole
why
process.
it's a preview practice.
And see, when I click that and we go,
Nice.
I see. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Marta. Thank you for asking such a nice question. I appreciate that. And if you have any further questions, please ask away. And so this is going to be 100 hours of magic and community, and it will begin next week at 8 p.m. on Thursday, the 6th of October, and that is Eastern Time, U.S. time. So please set your alarm clocks and prepare, because we will be ready and coming in full force for 100 hours, starting at that hour.
And we will start off with an opening ceremony.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Lord Don will be there, as well as,
myself
as many Corellians as we can snag and volunteer.
Exactly so. And that will be followed by 2 hours of paladin programming, as it were, since the paladins are largely hosting this event. And let's bring on this comment. What is the goal for the telethon? Well, Sherry, I'm glad that you asked that question. The goal for the telethon is to raise a minimum of $10,000 for the Paladins of Gaia, the Sacred Paladins of Gaia, which is a service order within the Corellian tradition. And with that money, we will be going to the Parliament of the World's Religions in 2023 in August, right after my birthday, in fact, August 14th through the 18th, I do believe, of 2023. And we will use a lot of this money to pay for things like housing, food, probably some transportation to get around Chicago, as that's where it's being held, things like that. So yeah, that's a very good question.
Would we go to why does anybody want to go to the Parliament of the World's Religions?
Right.
Somebody put together 6 great reasons, and I got a video to play that will explain why anybody wants to go to the Parliament of the World's Religions. Are you ready, General?
Let's see it.
On August 14th to 18th, 2023, the 9th Parliament of the World's Religions will convene in the city of Chicago. They are calling us together for a call to conscience, defending freedom and human rights. People and representatives of nearly all religions and faiths will be there to answer this call. And here are 6 reasons why you should attend. Number 1. With hundreds of classes available across the spectrum of religious and spiritual thought, presentations with real-world events taught by thought leaders and teachers, workshops that cover important skills and information training that offers results long after the participants return home. Number 2, networking and contacts. You will meet people from every religion from over 80 countries. Meet and have conversations that are thoughtful, insightful, and with deep value. Making contracts across interfaith ministries, understanding and sharing knowledge and resources. Number 3, breathtaking performances of music, dance, and the arts. Every kind of religious and cultural music, dances, and art fill the 5 days. The Parliament presents beautiful, colorful, intimate, and spectacular performances in many languages from many cultures. The display of the heart, in essence, freedom of expression, will be on full display. Number 4, have your voice heard. Your attendance means something essential. By participating in conversations around the ways we can defend our freedoms and human rights, you can make a difference. By standing with your faith, community, and as a person of spirit, you can allow your voice to be heard in a unique way. Number 5, become a part of the global peace movement. As you learn and share at the Parliament, you discover none of us are alone. and that people all over the world are working towards peace, a freer world, and the protection of human rights. Whether your service and goals are local or global, through the Parliament of the World's Religions, you will be able to act. Number 6, it's a spiritually transformative experience. Participants and attendees tell of the truly improving life experiences that forever changed them towards their own spiritual life. The spiritual and emotional growth in the days of the Parliament is intense, organic, and awe-inspiring. Consider your commitment to defending freedom and human rights and attend the 9th convening of the Parliament of the World's Religions. If you wish to join the Pagans to the Parliament, we have a special rate at Corellian.weebly.com, or just click the link in the description. Blessed be everybody. The Road to Parliament 2022 Corellians Live Telethon is sponsored and operated by the Corellian Nativist Church, a 501c3 religious organization. For more information, go to Corellian.com.
Oops.
We're back.
We gotta make sure that it doesn't repeat like that.
Right. And I don't know how to stop it from doing that, so you will be the wizard on that one to teach us all. But we are not here to really talk about tech wizardry right now, too much detail. But Sir Eric, you have
a question coming from Cherry. Where is this at? She's not heard of the Parliament before.
So the Parliament this coming year in 2023 will be in Chicago, Illinois, United States. That is in basically the Midwest of the United States, towards the Great Lakes. And yes, she also remarks that it is interesting. So yes, I also find it very interesting. Thank you so much for your interest, Cherry. And I'm grateful that you're here and watching this preview. And I hope you can join us when we go live not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday.
And we also have to mention that the video is a little out of date at this moment.
Yep.
The Corellian.weebly.com website doesn't exist. It's Corellian.com. And so please go to Corellian.com to find out about our special rates.
Yes. For the Parliament itself, to join us there through our special discount code. And I believe that a little bit later, we might have somebody waiting in the wings who can talk to us a little bit further about that discount code. But right now, I would also like to point everybody to Corellians.live. That's Corellians plural .live, and that is our page for /donate. And if you want to go make a donation, I think. Oh, sorry. Something popped up and grabbed my attention. I should not let that bother me during live showtime. I think that we do have the active donation link. Is that right?
It is absolutely up and running. So yes, if you want to donate anytime between now and whenever, please, yeah, go right ahead. I mean, we'll be talking about during the telethon. We're going to really be focusing on that. But nothing's stopping you from going to Corellians.live/donate.
Yep, and that does answer Sir Kai's question on how you will be able to donate. So yay for us on preemptively striking. So, Eric, I have a question for you. Sir Eric.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you tell us about your show that you will be hosting for what, 3 or 4 days? 3 days, 4 days.
I got 4 days. 4 days I'll be on. Certainly. I am going to be hosting the Midwatch with the Sandwich, and I'm the Sandwich. This is going to be midnight to 4 a.m. On the 4 days of the telethon. That's Eastern time. I'm a sailor. I'm a former U.S. Coast Guardsman, and so I love the sea, and I actually live by the ocean. I'm only 3 blocks from the Atlantic Ocean here in New York City, and so I'm a big fan of the water and of water magic, and we're going to be discussing all kinds of matters of things. I have a couple of guests that are going to join me as well. My friend Eco, my friend Bree Chavez, and of course the one and only Amy Gypsy Ravish. Songstress, her famous album, The Enchantress, was required when I started out in 1984 at Grove. And it was like, okay, you get Witch's Bible Complete, you get Starhawks Drawing Down the Moon. No, that's not Drawing Down the Moon. Hers was the Spiral Dance. You get Green Egg Magazine, and you get Gypsy's Enchantress tape. And I've gotten to become a friend of hers over the years, and I'm really, really happy. She's an amazing lady. I mean, talk about one of the starters of of our one of the elders in our tradition, as in the whole community. She's out of Salem, Massachusetts for the last 30, 40 years, and it's all good. So back to you, General.
Thank you, Eric. I really do appreciate that. And so I would like to bring on another person at this time. Who should I bring on? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch and Arlene by the toe. Come on over, Arlene. Let's say hello to our audience. And
Hello to
Eric,
the audience.
yay! And Eric, I would actually like you in here too. Oh, let me press the buttons and get us back. And Arlene, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm a witch of about 20 odd years. I began as I was, how do I describe myself? I began as a teenager discovering the occult through, just one second, discovering the occult through what was it? Through Reading is Fundamental. I don't know how many people remember that program. It's many years ago, and that was through my local library. And I discovered this little booklet about the occult. And on there, I learned about tarot cards and Ouija boards and a whole bunch of things. So I got really involved in that, and from there I went all the way. I discovered when I was in college, I discovered Wiser Books down the block from where I went to college, and unfortunately, an ex-boyfriend of mine convinced me to go down the Orthodox Jewry path. So I became an Orthodox Jew for about a decade, and eventually found my way back here, back to witchcraft. And that was about 20 years ago. And I started out with witch school then, and found, and went to my local coven and started doing magic that way, and eventually found my way back last year. Was it last year? Or the middle of last year? Something like that?
To the Corellians? Yeah,
Yes, correctly.
we joined together. By the way, just in transparency, we're sweethearts.
Yes,
She's my
yes, you
sweetie. She's
are.
my sweetie.
Yes, you are, and it's the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. Okay,
And
Arlene.
we just had our 4th anniversary on Megan.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
very nice, very good.
Yes.
So Arlene, will you please tell us about your show? I see that it's called the Crystal Cave Show underneath of your banner there.
Correct. Well, I'll be my first show. I will have a couple of hosts. First off, not hosts. That I will be hosting a couple of people. I'm going to be having Oz Oberon Zell, and he'll be there on Saturday, and following him will be Jeanette Silver. My show itself, the Crystal Cave Show, I'm going to be talking about crystals in one of my first episodes, and describing them and their properties. And from that, I also have a friend of mine who happens to be an avid collector of crystals, and he's going to be talking a little bit about that as well. I'm still planning the rest of my show, and I'm going and I'm going to talk about various different things. I may delve a little bit into the chakras and how to work the crystals with that, and work from there. And I'll see. And that's basically what my show's about.
That's going to be great. Thank you so much, Arlene. Is there anything else that you would like to shout out to our audience?
At the moment, not at the moment, no.
Okay, sounds good to me. Next, we have one person that I am definitely looking forward to seeing in action, and his name is Cosmo. Cosmo, will you please come on into the studio with us? Hi there.
Hello. Can you hear me all right?
I sure can.
Awesome.
Excuse me. Yes, I can.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Oh.
And it's great to have you with us, Cosmo. There you go. So can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself? I don't think many people have seen you in the metaverse.
Yeah, you know, I've been following Magic TV for probably 2 years, and that really pulled me in to your orbit. Reverend Don Lewis's vlogs in particular, oh my gosh, they covered all the different aspects that were really about foundational stuff for the eclectic spiritual life and pagan life. And so I think that was probably the first spark, at least as far as wanting to contribute and be a part of this hosting opportunity, particularly because the Parliament of World Religions is just such a fantastic thing. I mean, that started in 1893. At the Chicago Exposition. Periodically, it's happened at different countries, different places in the US, but the whole foundation of this interfaith interaction and being able to come together from various places around the world, various perspectives, and not necessarily to synchronize or syncretize your beliefs, but to understand the other person's beliefs and try to incorporate that as a consensus for how we can bring peace to the world, particularly with all these challenging times we have. So I think, diving right in between Magic TV and this opportunity, that's really what brought me into this orbit. If I take a step back, I've been an apprentice wizard at Grace School for the last 2 years under Headmaster Oberon Zill Ravenheart and Provost Nicholas Kingsley. Very inspiring. It actually gets into a lot of the philosophy that really I enjoy, that, undergirds. I've been a journal writer all my life. And so I feel like journal writing is an essential core practice of the spiritual and magical life. And so all these things contributed to that. I'm a local member of Shikoko Shamanic Arts, which is a Toltec tradition group here in Los Angeles. I'm also an outer court member of the Karelian tradition of recent, which I'm appreciative of, and that was pulling me in this orbit. From a general, I consider myself deeply metaphysical, philosophical. I'm big into space and science. I'm also in the film industry, do a lot of technology and some creative aspects, like with screenwriting. But to me, it's all about understanding and embracing possibility and the magic of what's possible and bringing that into our everyday life, our everyday experiences. So this is why crossing the Rubicon. So if you look on my slide there, that's my title. Now, what does that mean? Well, Rubicon's always been important to me because it signifies these moments in your life when you transcend so far that you can't look back, that you've made such a critical, significant shift in your personal evolution. And so in a lot of ways, what I want to explore is what are the forefronts of metaphysics, science, spirituality, and how do we weave all that magic and science and history and integrate our lives? So not just separating our magical and our mundane, but how can we live a more integrated, balanced life that brings both to bear? So you're transparent, you're open. This could go into anything you do, at work, how you interact with others, how you treat others, how you empathize with others, how you do daily tasks, how you drive the car and avoid road rage. So to me, all of that can benefit from the magical experience. And so, that's a little bit of my intro. That's a little bit of why I wanted to do the segment, and certainly a believer in the goals of what the telethon's trying to do, particularly to raise awareness about eclectic pagan community and making sure that that's a significant part of that interfaith discussion.
Wonderful. Thank you, Cosmo, for that. I personally think that you are one of the most prepared, if not the most prepared host. You're always coming at us every day with, hey, this is what I did last night. Hey, this is what I did 2 days ago. And I absolutely love that. Would you mind giving us a sneak peek about the folks that you're going to be hosting this coming telethon, and a little bit about that?
Yeah, and to your point, I'm extremely introverted, so I have to force myself to be extroverted. This is, I shudder. This was really pushing me outside my comfort zone, but I need that at this point in my life. And so, obviously, after this, I'm going to be doing a lot of late night internal recharge as an introvert. So that's just the mode here. So, but yeah, one of the guests, 2 workshops, Rebecca Lynn Scott, Orpheotellist, she's doing a fantastic workshop. One of them's death and dying. Everybody does it. And she did this a couple years ago, and it was very deep, very substantive about the dying process and some of the things you can do to be prepared as a pagan. Let me read you just a quick blurb. Birds do it. Bees do it. Even educated fleas do it. Everybody dies. How can you, as a pagan, be prepared both practically and spiritually for the crossover? So this class will give you tips and resources and ways to plan for your eventual death. The other thing she's going to do, that'll be on Friday of that telethon, which is 10/7. And then on Sunday, 10/9, she'll be doing another segment for wailing, which is almost like a bookended. It's a very symmetrical pairing with the death and dying workshop. In addition to that, I'll have
just a second, Cosmo. You're talking about whaling. Is that like going out and hunting whales? What do you mean? What does she mean by whaling? I mentioned, hey, I'm into the sea. That's what I think about whaling.
Oh, well, yeah, and I probably mumbled, and I apologize for that, but that's a good point. Actually, it could be all that. We'll find out. That's part of the surprise. Maybe she'll incorporate both facets into the whaling and the whaling. The other thing is, for Crossing the Rubicon overnight, I think I might focus on some of Reverend Don Lewis's key philosophical videos that really stood out for me, that I think pair well with what I'm trying to do in my segment. And then Sunday, after Rebecca Lynn Scott, and on Monday, I have several folks from Grace School. We're going to talk about the spiritual, magical life, how they evolved in their path. They're also leaders in Grace School. So you've got Provost Nicholas Kingsley, who's the head, and he'll be eventual headmaster. You've got Kate Sela-Nix, Mercado Draconis, and Blue Capuchin. I know all of them very well. They have been very inspirational for the students, the apprentices at Grace School. So I do want to cover their perspective on the spiritual life, leadership, and how you have a life of service. Because to be a true wizard, what Provost Nicholas Kingsley likes to push at the Grace School is definitely a life of service. And so you need to translate that, like we talked about at the start here. How do you make that part of your everyday life? And so that's what we'll cover.
Thank you so much, Cosmo. That was wonderful. Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
that was a little verbose, and I apologize.
No, please do not apologize. You speak so well off the cuff. It's going to be such a blast watching you and all of your guests as you host for them, and as you perform give us the Crossing the Rubicon experience throughout the whole telethon. Thank you so much. Let us, with that, bring on the soon-to-be lady, soon-to-be third degree. I saw that tongue. Let's bring on Reverend Sir Laurie Blackman, who is the press secretary for the Karelian Nativist Church, also known as the Karelian Nativist Tradition. And she will be our priestess for the full moon on Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. Hi, Lori. How are you? Oh, can't hear you. Audio, dear.
Am I there
you
now?
go. Yes, you're here
Hi,
now.
guys.
Hi.
Super excited for this.
Yay. We are super excited to have you as our full moon priestess. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Tell us all about the parliament and what this what us doing this means to you and what parliament means to you.
So my first parliament was actually with yours, Lady Elizabeth, in 2015, with many other Corellians who have gone for the first time.
Mhm.
A parliament was extremely life-changing for me. It was such an overwhelming experience that I was not expecting. I think that for the first 4 days, I cried almost every day, just listening to stories and the comparison from one religion to the other and how people are dealing with things. I became very involved with working with Parliament. I became a volunteer for Toronto for the next Parliament after Salt Lake City. I volunteered online for the one after Salt Lake City. I am pushing for as many Corellians as possible to go. I promise you, this will be so life-changing. There's no words to actually even describe it. And I know Lady Lori Denman had said the same thing. It's my hair is standing up right now. It's so hard to describe in words the feeling that you get from it. It's something that you actually just have to do. So
Yeah.
what we have right now is Lord Don had wanted 100 Corellians going to the parliament. We are almost halfway there.
Yes. What's our number?
Our number with students that have registered, I believe we are at 46.
Yes.
That was as of my last check. So I don't know who else has registered since. So now if you go to Corellian.com and you go to register for the parliament, you no longer have to send your money to us. There is a code that will give you the discount of $250. And I promise you that will be the best $250 you have ever spent for a conference. In 2015, we got to sit with 13 grandmothers and hear their stories from around the world. In Toronto, 2 of the grandmothers had passed. This year, I believe there was going to be 9 of the grandmothers. Now, aside from the grandmothers, you have all of your tribal and local communities that are going to be there presenting and teaching, and it is magical. It is magical beyond what we know as magic. It is a different type of magical, if you understand what I'm saying. It's fantastic. It's an awesome experience. We will be part of the parade, which will be on Lady Elizabeth's birthday.
Yes, it
So
will
we
be on my
have
birthday.
her, like,
Yay.
Will we be eating birthday cake on the during the
We
parade?
can if we choose to.
I am so I want okay, so here's how I would envision this. I would want all of my friends and all of my family to just come back to wherever we have space, wherever we
Yes.
choose to use this, a good portion of this $10,000 minimum that we are going to be raising next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, to basically have a party at our house.
Yes.
And to celebrate me and us as Corellians. Like, I have been a Corellian almost my entire life now.
Yes.
Like all of my adult life and some of my teenage years too. And Lori, you being the press secretary, let me just tell you, you are a rock star.
Oh,
I don't know if you know how influential you are, but you are up there, girl. Yes, you don't even. No. You get your time to shine. You did not earn that reverend sir for nothing. And I love you so much. So
Baby bear.
what are we going to be looking forward to during your full moon ritual on
So,
Sunday? Tell
I
us
still
about
want
that.
to talk about Parliament for one more
Okay,
second.
go ahead.
So
Yes.
I found out this weekend something very interesting because I was in Chicago and I got to spend some time with the very lovely Twyla York. She is trying to put together, I don't know if anybody knows the history of pagans in Chicago. And we happen to be very fortunate to have General Ed is from Chicago, Lord Don was in Chicago, and a lot of this started in Chicago. So Twyla is trying to put together a ritual on the lake for opening ritual for all the pagans to come together. Now, this happened because back in the heyday, pagans weren't allowed to practice openly outside. So being 30, 40 something years later to be able to bring it back to the lake and to be outside. So that is another great thing to look forward to, aside from the parade. I'm really, really looking forward to that. There will be a lot of pagan faith rooms going on. Programming, get your programming in. It's due by October 3rd. So if you have something that you can submit, even if you're alone, if it's by itself, put it in as a workshop.
Right.
If you have a panel, then it goes as a lecture. That would be like a wonderful thing for as many of us to get chosen to do. We will be, hopefully, fingers crossed, doing illustration again, like we did in Toronto. So full moon ritual.
Okay.
I am actually going to be doing the full moon ritual with Lady Emerald, who's actually hosting that evening. And we're contemplating maybe reading some Hecate's, some passages from Hecate's Keys, aside from doing the full moon ritual. I am a very big fan of Hecate's Keys or Hecate's Crossings. So I would like to try and incorporate that, since obviously she is Our Lady of the Night. What better thing to do on a full moon? So yeah, full moon should be good. I mean, I don't know if the full moon ritual itself is going to be for a whole 2 hours, but we will have great stuff going on from 6 to 8.
Excellent. I am so happy to hear that, and I am so excited to see you and Lady Emerald.
Can't wait to see Lady Emerald. I miss her.
I know. I miss her so much too. And I was just taking our Twitch stream, and we are streaming to Twitch.
Yay!
Although I don't know why the comments feed isn't pushing out to Twitch, but we can figure that out in a week and 2 days, for sure. Thank you so much, Reverend Sir Lori, Auntie
Thank you
Bear.
for having me here.
Mwah!
And Sir Eric.
And yes.
Thank you for putting all this together and teaching all of us how to use the Restream. And, that's a big friggin' deal.
Well, thank you very much.
You are so welcome. You are appreciated.
Yes, thank you very much for that. Yes, we are very happy that we're providing this, or we're producing this on the Restream.io studio platform. I recommend it. This is looking great. This has been
amazing.
Yep.
This has
all
been
the
amazing.
Streams are steady. People are feeding out to it.
And we haven't broken it yet.
No, we haven't broken it yet. So I was just getting ready to say, do we want to bring everybody on and see
I think
how?
so.
All right, here we go. That's Arlene.
And
that's
beautiful
Cosmo.
Arlene.
Look at that. Everybody here.
Hello.
Yay. Put us all on the same page.
Oh, there's Cosmo.
There we go.
There he is.
And there's everybody. Yay.
And there we are. Yay.
And honestly, the
okay.
Facebook pages look great.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm doing that on my phone as we speak, and there's not a bad lag time. Obviously when you're streaming and restreaming and restreaming, it's only a few seconds. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And so, the number one thing that I like about this is how intuitive the software is, and how they have it so you don't have to have a monster of a computer. Like this was the biggest selling point for me is I don't have to have a monster of a computer to be able to host something. And I don't have to have monster bandwidth for me to be able to host something. I just have to be able to get my face and my voice to Restream, and then Restream does the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
Yes, that's another. Yeah, we're absolutely right. That everything that that you're seeing right now is being produced on the Restream servers.
Right.
So, I mean, yes, this is a step above just broadcasting a Zoom meeting.
Right.
And so we're very pleased and this is actually a really good time to thank the Pagan World TV crew who are both sponsoring as well as ponying up some money to pay for our restream, as well as providing the technical assistance to get us out in the world. So all you people out there are going to see us. So thank you to the Pagan World TV crowd.
Okay,
Yes,
and
thank you
where
so much.
what maybe we should announce where we're streaming.
So, okay, I have the whole list of where we're streaming to, and that will be, I believe, also on the day of. So currently we're streaming to 2 YouTube platforms, which is Magic TV and Corellians Live. We are streaming to 6 Facebook pages, which includes the 2022 Corellians Live Telethon Facebook page, which you should all right now go like and subscribe our Facebook page. Please, 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 please. I will love you and forever and ever and ever if you go do that for us, and then share it with your friends. We are also on Pagan World TV Facebook page, Witch School, the official page, Pagan Noise Facebook page, Nashville PPD Facebook page, the Daily Spell Facebook page, and then we are also on Pagan World TV on Twitch and Roku. If you do not already have Pagan World TV or PWTV on Roku, go and get it right now. Hurry up. No time like the present. Please, please, please show us the love there. And like and follow us everywhere so that you do not miss a hot second of the 100 hours of live programming that we have coming for you. And yeah.
Auctions. There'll be auctions.
Auctions. Oh my goodness. Do you want to talk about the
All
auctions?
Corellians love auctions. We already know
yes.
that.
Yes, we do. Talk about the auctions for us there, Lori. I believe that you're contributing some.
I'm not the only one. A lot of people have contributed. There will be auctions throughout the weekend. I know a lot of people feel they want to get something for their donation. Well, here is your way. 100% of everything raised for items donated will go to Corellians Live. So that is a fantastic thing. And we all know how we love to bid against each other. So this will be really interesting to see what we can come up with. And there are other items besides the auction items, if I'm correct, Lady Elizabeth?
Can you repeat the question?
There will be some perks aside from auction items. There'll be perks.
Yes. Yep, there will be perks throughout the days, so you have to watch,
right?
To get some of like the flash perks that we're going to be having. I don't really have a list of everything. Besides, those are kind of like secretive, anyways, kind of until like the day of, right? And then I do believe that we have another set of perks. I can't remember exactly how it's going to work. Sir Eric, do you remember more on that? Your brain is more aligned with the whole processes than mine is. Or are we going to both fall off the apple cart today?
No. I mean, we're going to have plenty of Corellian swag. That's going to be individual programs, and you go ahead and you sign it. During an individual program, you make a donation. There might be an individual swag for there. But yes, you have to tune in to know when your swag is.
Yep.
I have a special individual type swag for donating during my show. There's a crystal cave cards that are going to be donated specifically. If you donate, you get that as a perk.
And how much do you have to donate?
Off the top of my head, I don't know yet. I have to
Okay.
check with Rev Ed on that.
Okay.
But during my particular show, there's somebody who donated a whole bunch of handmade jewelry. I am going to specifically crystal jewelry. So I'm going to be talking about that for the auctions during my show.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
And so going back just a little bit here in the comments section, let's see here. Cherry Dunigan says that she could not find the Roku stream. So Cherry, I am going to dispatch one of our people to come and find you on Facebook. Can you please tell me in the comments section, please, which channel you're watching us on Facebook? Which page are you tuning into, please? And I will dispatch one of our people who knows a lot more about Roku than I do currently to help you with that. Please, we would definitely want to get you hooked into there. And thank you for telling
would that
us
happen
that you
to
were.
be Mary?
Yes, that would be Mary. I did not want to
Yes.
call her out.
Well, actually, I do because
Okay.
Reverend Mary Hawk is the general manager for Pagan World TV, and she is one of my favorite human beings, as well as just an all-around great person. And she's doing a whole lot to keep Pagan World TV going. So let's just have a shout out for Mary. Woo!
Yay! Shout out to Mary.
Woo!
Go, Mary. Okay. What else would we like to talk about, folks? We're going on 47 minutes. And I don't know if you're getting tired. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm a little bit hungry. I'm a little bit thirsty. Do we want to call it a wrap? Does anybody have any news or anything that they want to talk about for maybe 10 more minutes? Something like that? No?
Oh boy, whole lot of
Wow.
silence there.
Wow. All right. Well, that decides us
Well,
then.
the Corellian tradition and which school will be at Nashville Pagan Pride, which is hosted by the very lovely Reverend Mary Hawk.
Excellent.
And we just came back from Chicago, and Lord Don did Pagan Pride in Jacksonville. So there'll be some great videos coming out soon for all of them.
Awesome. Awesome.
As
Very
always.
good. Can't wait to see that. And
Mhm.
we have a few more comments that I would like to bring up here. Hold on just a moment. Let me clickety click. So Raven, one of my students, has the following question. Is it available? Is the basically Pagan World TV available on Google TVs as well? That's a great question, and I do not know the answer for this one. But I will have Reverend Sir Mary address this at her earliest possible convenience. Raven, if you just you find her, you know who she is, I'm sure, and be like, hey Mary, is it available on Google TV, or maybe Mary can just put it in my private chat or something. And then
I don't believe it is yet. I think
I
it's
don't think it is right now either.
and it's
It is.
Roku, but it's coming soon. So
Right, we're trying to get
also,
everywhere.
During
Yeah.
the Crafty Corellian, Reverend Kai has a perk, and it'll be Poppet Kits for $25 or more of a donation.
Very good. Very good. Awesome. And then we do have hello from Florida from Reverend Michael. Hello, Reverend Michael. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching our preview of the telethon. I do appreciate you giving us that shout out there. And then my student, always, of course, with the hydration advice. Thank you so much. I love those little reminders. And then Cherry has a final question, and then we'll call it a night. Are we allowed to
Tulsa?
share pictures of Tulsa Pagan Pride Day from on the 1st of October?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, honey.
So yes, if you want to post any of your Pagan Pride pictures, please go to the Witch School or any of the Corellian pages. We love to see everything going on at all Pagan Prides.
Mhm.
We will not take any pictures down. We will actually save them, archive them, and maybe in a year or two, put something together.
Pull them
would
out
be a
for a-
beautiful thing, Sherry. Yes, please share your photos.
Pull them out for a throwback
So
Thursday.
for those of you that don't know, Tulsa Pagan Pride Day is on October 1st as well. So if you're in Tulsa, head on out to Pagan Pride, support your community.
I look forward to hearing a good report from Tulsa and from everywhere that Pagan Pride is happening. And, speaking of Pagan Pride happening soon, I believe that it's happening on, is it this weekend or is it I can't remember exactly when it's happening for South Jersey. Is it this weekend as well? Hold on. South Jersey Pagan Pride
And
2022.
Northwest Pagan Pride, which is actually done with our very own Lady Kai and Lord Phoenix Williams, is happening on October 9th. So,
Excellent.
most people don't realize Pagan Pride does go into the end of the fall.
Right. It's not just a summer thing or a late summer thing.
Right. And then there'll be November is Phoenix Pagan Pride.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Georgia,
Very good.
The 22nd, there's Athens Pagan Pride in Georgia. There's a lot of Pagan Prides out there. If you don't know how to find a Pagan Pride, Google your area with Pagan Pride after it, and something will come up. A lot of places are not being called Pagan Pride anymore. It may be something else, but it's basically still the same thing. You're supporting your community. You're showing or teaching something for the other people in the community to come in and look. I thought it was great. Chicago was in a different area this year, so there was a lot of foot traffic of people that were not pagan that were coming in, and that's what we're about. You want those non-pagans to come in and learn and see that we're not eating our children,
right? And we're not sacrificing
we're
cats.
not sacrificing the animals.
Okay. I do sacrifice animals every time I go to McDonald's.
Okay,
So,
fine.
I agree, because
I am also a meat eater. I have to say,
I
do love
meat eaters. I get it.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
it's important to get that out there. But yeah, back to Parliament. Back to the
anyway, yes. Let's see here. All right. So thank you, everyone. Let me just bring myself to the front here. I love this drag and drop. All I have to do, I don't have to worry about pressing anything. I just literally drag and drop software. I can pop each one of you in here where I am if I wanted to. But yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining me for this 55 minutes or so. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Cosmo, Reverend Sir Lori, Arlene, and Sir Eric. And I am the Right Reverend Liz Hamilton, High Corel, Paladin General, one of the three of the Sacred Paladins of Gaia. And this has been the Road to Parliament 2022 Corellians Live Telethon Preview. Sir Eric, will you please give us the exit? And we will see you all next week.
See you next week.
The Parliament of World Religions is coming to Chicago, Illinois in August 2023, and the Sacred Order of Paladins and Corellian Nativist Church are working towards attending to represent the pagan community, but we need your help. Attending Parliament is paramount for not just the Corellian tradition, but the pagan community as a whole. So in an effort to secure the funds to send as many Corellians to Parliament as possible, we will be holding the Road to Parliament 2022 Corellians Live Telethon. 100 hours of magic and community. The telethon will be from October 6th to the 10th and will be jam-packed with discussion panels, workshops, and performances, as well as booking readings with psychic readers and an online auction. Our goal is to raise $10,000, and with your help, we know we can get there. We need you to get involved. We are looking for readers, presenters, performers, and hosts to take part in this telethon. To inquire about taking part in this monumental event, please email corellianslive@gmail.com. Be it a monetary donation or a donation of your time, we thank you. We'll see you at 8 p.m. on the 6th for the 2022 Corellians Live Telethon. Spread the word, share this video, and let's get the Corellians and Paladins on the road to Parliament. The Road to Parliament 2022 Corellians Live Telethon is sponsored and operated by the Corellian Nativist Church, a 501c3 religious organization. For more information, go to Corellian.com.